big game you're going to see. We talked about the fashion statement by the Bulldogs with the blue uniforms and one. The maker of the Bulldogs uniforms have a set red, white, and blue. Decided to come out with blue after 2 losses, and you're going to see a fashion statement by Gerald Sasser.
Officials for tonight's game, Steve Welmer, David Hall, and Ted Hillary. Obviously, the WAC recognized the importance of this one and brought the A-team in. As I mentioned, SMU, undefeated at home, the only WAC team to be perfect. Opening tip, taken by Thorne.
Yeah, you're not allowed to do that. The guy who tips it can't catch it. It has to be tipped twice before the guys who are tipping the ball. If they had tipped it again, then it would have been fair game for anybody.
Cornash is making his first start. Demetrius Porter beginning at point guard.
We're going to go right into Melvin Eli.
Eli kicks it out to Jeffries. Three-pointer by Jeffries. Rebound. Chased down by Swillis. Saved on the floor. Demandby takes it away from Sasser. That's knocked away and stolen by Ross. This is Hancock. Over Demandby. 2-0 SMU.
I didn't see that one. There's a... Melvin Eli had not come across on that initial possession. Demetrius didn't get enough air under it. But if you were talking about the A-team and officials, these are 3 Big Ten officials. Here you see the end of the steal. Nice play by Ross.
Bulldogs with the lob inbound. Another steal by Ross. Banging bodies with Demandby. Fouled before the shot. No basket. Fouled before the shot by Demandby.
I think it was pretty smart foul on Demandby's part. You don't want to let the home team start out with 2 easy ones off turnovers. Folks tried to run a lob play from Melvin Eli off the out of bounds. Ball was thrown a little too far.
Just underway, 2-0 SMU.
Bulldogs are in their man-to-man defense. You can see Sasser posting.
A reach-around foul on Chris Jeffries, his first.
And what they do there is Sasser has the ball. Sasser comes out to the wing. He fakes the back door. He takes off, gets his defender behind him, then turns around and posts. Right there you can see it. Turns, spins, posts up.
Sasser misses the free. The ball is out of bounds. Knocked out of bounds by the Bulldogs, so it'll be SMU's. Sasser again needs 5 points to become SMU's all-time leading scorer. One-on-one with Jeffries. Spins, turns, fires, and hits.
Now, there are 18 NBA teams represented here by 24 pro scouts. Sasser's going to try to show what he has.
Eli can't get it to fall, but battles for the rebound.
A nice hustle by Eli on that play. It was 1-on-3.
Porter drives. Eli with the tip, in and out. Ross comes out with it. There's Sasser. Dishes to Hancock. 6-0 SMU.
SMU's doing a great job in transition right now. Bulldogs had a couple good looks.
Swillis with a dunk from Jeffries.
They ran a pick and roll. Swillis rolled. They doubled Jeffries. Jeffries saw him.
Bulldogs are on the board, trailing 6-2. Willie Davis for 3.
And that's your power forward. Shooting a 3.
The rebound was kept alive by Davis. Cornash will be fouled.
Ralph, you have some real interesting stats on these guys. Davis is your power forward who shoots threes. Sasser is a point guard, and that's what he's projected in the NBA, yet he leads the WAC in rebounding. So when your point guard's the leading rebounder, you got a versatile player.
Bulldogs just 1 of 5. Swillis on the dunk, the only basket. Davis has it knocked out of bounds by Swillis with 30 on the shot clock. SMU ball.
And that's what makes it difficult guarding Davis. He can put the ball on the floor. He's a real slasher. They have difficult guys to guard. Cornash probably is not much of a scorer. The rest of the guys can put numbers up.
Sasser for 3. And a foul over the back by Cornash on Eli.
There's the pick and roll. You can see the screen. Des comes out. Sasser does not go back. And that's why Willis is so open.
And coming up in the second half is the Subway Slam attack. Tonight's winner is Deborah Mason from Madera. She's automatically won a 6-foot Subway party sub and a pair of tickets to an upcoming Fresno State home game. When the Dogs get a slam dunk in the second half, she'll also qualify for a chance to win a trip to the WAC tournament in Tulsa. So good luck as Shannon Swillis gets the rebound. He has all 4 Fresno State's points. 6-4 game.
And we talk about offensive rebounding, keeping SMU off the boards. Bulldogs are going to have to get some of their own.
4 unanswered points by Fresno State and a turnover by SMU. So the Bulldogs will get the ball with a chance to tie. 17-12 to play in the first half. Take a look at Mike DeMent.
And that was also caused by Shannon Swillis. They ran a back screen. They were going to throw a lob to Gerald Sasser, and Swillis saw it, left his man, caused the turnover. It's going to pass.
Bulldogs are forcing nearly 21 turnovers a game,
but committing too many in the past 2 games.
About 17 a game this season. Jeffries for 3 gives Fresno State its first lead. 7 unanswered points for the Bulldogs. 7-6 Fresno State.
And a nice penetrate and kick out by Demetrius Porter. There you see Porter penetrate, draws Sasser, who's Jeffries' man. He knocks down a 3.
Nearly a steal as the ball comes to us. Jeffries with the quick hands of the SMU ball with 23 on the shot clock. 16:44 remaining in the half. Bulldogs lead 7-6. Fresno State has scored the last 7 points. Davis defended closely by Swillis. 6 on the shot clock. Steal by Demandby.
That was something you saw Greedy Daniels do last week.
Now Demandby at the other end for 3. Rebound taken by Thornash. Gets it off to Sasser.
These guys like to run.
Hancock alters his shot. Puts it in. Nice move by Damon Hancock. Quickly back the other way. The long lob to Jeffries, who lays it up and in. Great pass by Porter.
And a great outlet pass by Shannon Swillis to Demetrius Porter, because he saw they're coming down.
Walking foul on Demandby.
They closed out. Ross took a dribble. They got him moving out. This kid's going up and down. That's why I said, Ralph, I think this is not a game in the 60s. This game's going to be played somewhere in the 80s.
The foul on Demandby. Timeout on the floor. 15:56 remaining. Chris Jeffries put the Bulldogs in front by a point.
You gonna eat your cheese paper?
More cheese on the burger, more cheese on the paper. The new double cheeseburger, 99 cents at Carl's Jr.
If your refrigerator stops working or your television goes out, you get them fixed immediately, right? But what about the one thing that can save the lives of everyone in your home? Do you even know if it works? Community spent millions on the area's only burn center. Couldn't you at least spend $1 or $2 on your own smoke detector? If you need us, there's a better place to be. We only hope you never do.
The busier your life becomes, the more important it is for you to stay informed and in step with the ever-changing world. And the KMPH 10 o'clock news makes it easy for you to do just that. It's news at a time that's convenient for you. Before you turn on the Valley's only primetime newscast tonight. Bulldog basketball on Fox 26 is brought to you by State Center Credit Union. Not too big, not too small. We're just right for you. And by Carl's Jr. Without us, some guys would starve.
Coming up at halftime, Bulldog wrestler Stephen Abbas will be in the Bulldog Spotlight. We'll have KMPH 10 o'clock news halftime report, the Enterprise Rent-A-Car first half stats, and highlights coming up at halftime. Been an up-and-down game so far for Jerry Tarkanian. 9-8, Fresno State leading with 15:56 to play. He says something to Tito Maddox, who's yet to see his first action. Right now, Demetrius Porter doing a pretty good job running the offense. Quentin Ross for three. Rebound by Swillis.
These guys are not a particularly good three-point shooting team.
Stolen by Sasser, then knocked away, and Sasser gets it back.
Nor are they a good field goal shooting team, but they offensive rebound as well as anybody.
Horn has three.
I think it's
Mike Niemi. I'm sorry. I was Horn has it. Mike Niemi into the game now. Hancock, short. Niemi kept it alive.
And there's that offensive rebounding we were talking about.
Javon Kelly, number 33, also into the game. Sasser.
Well, if they are going to stop the game, and Sasser breaks the record.
Demanding for three. And hits.
Bulldogs can run in transition. They don't have a problem with the running game. That time, Travis Demanding went right to the line. Demetrius Porter saw that was the best option.
Bulldogs enjoy their biggest lead, 4 points. They're on a 12-2 run. And Tito Maddox is getting ready to check in for Fresno State. Ross hits the back of the iron. Willis with another rebound. Porter will take it all the way. Count the basket, he was fouled.
Well, that's a heck of a play right there.
Porter goes coast to coast.
And he didn't have numbers. It was 3-on-3 at best, and Demetrius Porter just decided. Here you can't see them all, but you see a lot of white shirts, not too many blue. Used his body, drew the foul. It's going for three.
Demetrius Porter averaging 14 points, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds on the season as Willie Davis checks back in for SMU, replacing Quentin Ross. Porter completes the three-point play, makes it a 15-8 lead and a 15-2 Bulldog scoring run as Tito Maddox checks in, replacing Porter. And he'll stay in at the other guard spot.
I think he just wants to give Demetrius a rest. Demetrius knocked the free throw down. He's leading free throw shooter in WAC conference games.
The lob goes off the glass, taken by Swillis again.
And Eli was there guarding against
Demanding looking for his second in a row. Swillis takes it away from 2 others, but he fouled on the play.
A tough call. You go to the hot hand. Travis Demanding had gone in and out on the first one, made the second one, had a wide open look there. Swillis gets up in the air, but I guess Kelly had him blocked out.
Shannon Swillis already with 5 rebounds. His career high 11. Kelly, nice move, can't get it to fall. Rebound grabbed by Eli, wrestles it away from the Mustangs, and here come the Bulldogs. Under 14 minutes to play, it's 15-8, Fresno State leading.
This is a mismatch here if they don't double.
Niemi. Given ground to Eli. Eli steps back and pops a little jumper.
Hancock was playing coy. I think they're looking for a 30-second timeout, which will be a full. But I think what the adjustment here may be when the ball goes into Eli, they're going to have to double it.
Time now for this week of Bulldog Sports, brought to you by AT&T Wireless Services. Your nationally ranked men's tennis team will be in action this weekend. 2 non-conference matches at the Waltham Tennis Center. Saturday, the Bulldogs eat the Anteaters of UC Irvine. Then on Sunday, a showdown with the Texas Longhorns. For tickets, call 278-DOGS or go online at GoBulldogs.com. This week in Bulldog Sports, brought to you by AT&T Wireless Services.
And here you can see Hancock's kind of playing coy. Fade away. You can't really block it. You just have to make sure you knock it down. Bulldog coaching staff would rather see Eli take the ball to the basket. But you can't eliminate that from somebody's repertoire. It's not a shot that Melvin Eli cannot make.
Since falling behind 6-0 to open the game, the Bulldogs have outscored the Mustangs 17-2. Fresno State leads by 9 with 13:33 play in the half.
If you remember, Ralph, the game that we did up in Fresno, the Bulldogs had 20-point leads I believe, on about 3 different occasions. And SMU came back every time. They came back, cut it to 2. Bulldogs, it was right before half. They had a chance at a shot at a 3 that would have put them ahead when the Bulldogs had been far ahead.
Dominated first half.
Right, up 20. Came out in the second half, went up 20 again, and then after some substitutions, the game came down, and SMU made a game of it again. So you're going to have to play every possession and play all the way through, as you do against most good teams.
Melvin Eli with 2 points and 4 rebounds. Willis has 5 rebounds. The only 2 Bulldogs who have grabbed boards, there they are. They have all 9 of Fresno State's rebounds.
And here's your matchup of Maddox and Sasser at the point. This is a pretty big team that SMU has on the floor right now.
Quarterback in for the Bulldogs. He replaced Demanding. Davis trying to work 3 inside.
Porter did a real nice job on him that time.
4 in the shot clock. Sasser puts it up and in. He's now tied Gene Phillips as SMU's all-time leading scorer. So the next point puts him at number 1. Maddox drives, banks it off the glass.
Nice play by Maddox. You saw that Eli's defender didn't see him.
Sasser, he keeps it alive.
Sasser's a great offensive rebounder, and that's all they try to do. They'll throw that ball up there. Yeah, I thought they were going to get him on that one.
Jeffries fouled in the backcourt, and Sasser was reaching in as Jeffries was flying by him. First person on Sasser, just the third team foul making on SMU.
There you can see he just reaches in on Jeffries, but the shot that was wild, Ralph, they don't consider that a bad shot, SMU. They feel they're going to throw it up and go get it.
Nine-point Fresno State lead. Jeffries. Rebound Sasser. Leads the WAC in rebounding. Approaching 12 minutes to play in the half. 19-10 Fresno State. Ross for 3. Wade Ross with a 3-pointer.
He's one of their best. He and Davis, 2 best 3-point shooters.
Eli is double teamed. Fornash comes away with the rebound. Mustafa Al-Sayed gets up off the Bulldog bench. He'll check in the next opportunity. Sasser's a guy who can really hit a hot streak. I remember the game last year at the Selland Arena.
And his first 4 threes.
Davis for 3. That's good. 2 straight threes. First Ross, then Davis, and it's a 3-point game.
They bring Sasser to one side of the floor. He hits and then he posts up, and on the other side they run a double screen for Davis. It's tough to guard. Got a clean look, knocked it down.
Maddox, short. Fornash with the rebound. Bulldogs 2 of 5 on threes. Sasser for the record. Doesn't get it. Eli with the rebound.
Sasser does not shoot a good percentage. Makes a lot of shots. Gets a lot of them back.
Porter for 3. Goes off the hand of Sasser and out of bounds, so the Bulldogs will keep it. A break for Fresno State. But there were no Bulldogs under the basket to rebound. Officials timeout here in Dallas. 10:33 to play in the first half. Fresno State leading 19-16.
The Supercut, it's the just make me look 21. Because there's nothing left to pierce. The 8-ball inside pocket. The cue ball at the corner pocket. Whatever you call it, we can cut it at a price that looks good too. Supercut, as hip as you want to be.
Glad our parents chose Brentwood Homes because we're best friends. We all go to school together in the highly acclaimed Clovis Unified School District. My friend Megan, her parents enjoy taking us skiing, even camping. It's all just a short drive away. And my dad likes to pamper Mom after a hard day. Mom likes it too. We're going to buy Brentwood Homes too when we grow up. Think they'll still be in the 100s?
Visit the models of Greystone Villas by Brentwood on Chestnut and Alluvial and Brentwood Ford Washington on Maple north of Shepherd.
For over 50 years, F-150 buyers have expected a lot from the #1 seller, but nobody expected this. 0-9 financing plus $500 cash back on every F-150. 4x4s, V8s, Super Cabs, even Super Cruise. The best-selling trucks in California now have 0-9 financing. This is a special incentive for Sacramento and the Central Valley. So if you expect a lot from a truck, check out a new F-150, only at your Ford store.
Sunday morning on Fox, coverage of the Kmart Buraloo 400 from Rockingham begins at 9:30 and will include a very special tribute to Dale Earnhardt. Watch it exclusively on KMPH, Fox 26. One of the little Mustang fans in attendance.
We talked about the runs that are made in this game, how you can't get too far ahead of SMU, and sure enough, they cut the game to 3.
Bulldogs on a 17-2 run. SMU now on a 6-0 run. Al-Sayed is in for Eli. Swillis gets Davis in the air. Al-Sayed with a rebound. Can't finish. Missed the layup.
Nice effort. Lead to finish that. That's what you're in there for.
Robin Davis. Gets position, puts it up and in. Willie Davis makes it a 1-point game.
Start the shot. You had 4 hands up there on him.
8-0 SMU run. Ball deflected out of bounds. It'll be Fresno State with 25 on the shot clock.
You can see Ross read that pass. You had Porter penetrate, kicked it out. Ross read it, mainly because SMU runs a very similar offense. Penetrate the pitch. It's what they see in practice every day.
Interesting lineup for the Bulldogs with Demandby, Porter, and Maddox all in the game at the same time, along with Swillis and Al-Sayed. 10 on the shot clock. Ball off the hands of Al-Sayed. Not a very good pass for Shannon Swillis.
Not a very good possession. I don't think you want your power forward feeding your center.
So after trailing by 9, SMU with a chance to take advantage of the 4th Fresno State turnover and regain the lead. Less than 9.5 minutes to play in the first half. Nice pass from Sasser inside to Hancock, who looked to give it back, then takes it outside. Now he'll drive, puts it up and in, and SMU on a 10-0 run, back in front, 20-19.
And another penetration basket.
Maddox, ball away.
Tough shot.
Rebound Sasser.
They get offensive rebounds, but they don't give them up.
Sasser, great pass to Ross, who finishes with the layup. Now it's 12-0 SMU run.
The Bulldogs are giving up too many easy shots. They're going to have to get back in transition and contain the dribbler. Terry Tarkanian preached today and all week about containing the dribbler, not getting beaten off the dribble.
And the Fresno State offense has ground to a halt. Maddox again tries to penetrate, turns it over. Ross drops it for Davis, up and under, puts it in. Timeout. The Bulldogs need to talk it over. Now falling behind by 5 on what is a 14-0 run.
And right on cue, Ralph, we talked about at 19-10 how SMU can put points up in a hurry, and that's what they do. They're very active defensively with their hands, and once they get Once they get a steal right here, they're off. These guys can go. This is nice footwork by Davis. Right here, no charge, pivot through him, lays it in.
Be part of March Madness and watch the Dogs defend a WAC tournament title. The official 2001 WAC tournament travel package includes air travel to and from Tulsa, hotel, ground transportation, and game tickets. For more information, call the Athletic Business Office at 278-4033. Fresno State hoping to be the WAC regular season champion and the #1 seed going into the tournament at Tulsa.
And this one wouldn't seal it, but it would go a long way to making the Bulldogs #1 pretty much unbeatable.
Well, this is just a huge game for Fresno State and just as big for SMU.
Oh, right. I mean, SMU, we said at the top of the show, had they won that, they swept that trip, Hawaii, San Jose State would have been in first place right now.
Timeout on the floor, 7:41 to play. Now the Bulldogs are down by 5, 24-19 SMU.
With its unibody construction and independent suspension, the Lexus RX 300 is the first luxury SUV that doesn't ride like a truck.
So what'd you think?
I'm impressed. Thanks for letting me drive it.
Thanks for letting me play with the siren, Bill.
A Fresno Lexus.
What's in the bag? Savings, and I mean big savings at Godchuk's Backyard Bargain Sale. Save an additional 20% on regular and sale price fashions for the entire family. You heard right, an extra 20%. And there's an extra 10% savings on great items for your home. Where are you going to find quality merchandise at an unbelievable price? It's in the bag. That's right, it's in the bag. The savings are in the bag at Godchuk's Backyard Bargain Sale.
Try to think of us as the Osmonds, only we don't get along.
They've got his style.
What is it with a sideburn?
They've got his moves. They've got a plan.
You ready to play? Always ready to play.
Elvis isn't the only one who can bring down the house. Kurt Russell, Kevin Costner, Courtney Cox.
Are you nuts? Probably.
3,000 miles to Graceland. Radar starts tomorrow.
Tonight at 10, join John Malice and J.D. McIver. Dana Green's filling in for me on sports. Kofi has the weather on the KMPH 10 o'clock news. The Valley's only primetime newscast, only on your station, KMPH, Fox 26. 7:41 to play here in the first half, and SMU on a 14-0 run to take a 5-point lead.
And this has been a real blitz. SMU has gotten it done at the defensive end with limiting the Bulldogs to one shot and forcing turnovers, running, getting baskets in transition, and then in the half-court set, running some nice offense. But the game of basketball, Ralph, has turned into a penetration-type game, beating people off dribble.
Maddox inbound, gets it to Jeffries. Nearly turned it over. And again, nearly turned it over. Finds Noel Felix. Felix gets it back and kicks it back out Maddox. 30 on the shot clock.
I don't know if that shot hit the rim, Ralph. I don't know if it should have been reset. I think Mike DeMent's asking about it, too.
A reset after the first shot by Felix. I think it was just a little short, but it did hit the rim. Yeah, Fresno State having trouble on offense, turning the ball over. Then Porter steals it right back. Bulldogs have a 4-on-1. And a poor pass by Noel Felix. Sasser goes down. Jeffries screens the player off the ball. It will be Bulldogs basketball as Hancock and Jeffries were going for it. Jeffries didn't want to take a chance on getting it, but he was going to make sure Hancock couldn't get it either.
Well, I think what he felt was that if Jeffries goes for it, if he dives, here you see lazy pass, smart, good play by Sasser. He slips on a wet spot, ball's going. If Jeffries dives for this ball, what you have is he can maybe get it but slide out of bounds. So he just blocked off Hancock, did a pretty wise job, and got it done. Bulldog ball.
Look at the run. 6-0 by SMU to start the game. Then Fresno State came right back 17-2, followed by SMU currently on a 14-0 blitz. 24-19 to score. Mustangs lead the Bulldogs. Early score from Houston. 8 minutes remaining in the first half. Rice, a surprising 19-17 lead over Tulsa.
The Bulldogs are going to have to get something at the offensive end. SMU's done an outstanding job in their man-to-man. They run a lot of zones. Mike DeMent has to be happy that their man has been so good.
Well, the offense from Fresno State is completely out of sync. Porter, long on the 3. Rebound, Captain kept alive, taken by Swillis.
He timed it well.
6 rebounds for Shannon Swillis in the game. Ball deflected out of bounds. Bulldogs will have it with 28 on the shot clock. 6 minutes, 11 seconds on the game clock. Playing the first half. Neither team has scored for a while. It's been a long drought for Fresno State.
And it's been one and done when they have shot the ball.
Eli gets good position. Double team, kicks it out.
I thought he might have taken that one.
Now Eli
there's a banged out of bounds. That was a blocking foul right there. That wasn't called.
And again, Maddox out of control, loses the basketball. Give it up to Sasser. This will be for the record. Gerald Sasser, now SMU's all-time leading scorer.
Yeah, that's a charge.
And draws the charge at the other end is Quentin Ross. So they'll stop the game to award the game ball to Sasser.
And what you have, Ralph, is when the game's not going your way, especially on the road, you don't get any sympathy votes. It doesn't, just because it's not going your way doesn't mean you can just take the ball, draw to the hole if a guy's standing there holding his ground.
Coach DeMent, a handshake and a hug for his star player. It's a basket to put Sasser over the top.
Now, if I remember when they recruited him as a freshman, he's from this area. It was a huge recruit to keep a local guy at SMU. They have a tough time recruiting. They have high entrance requirements. Don't have as much basketball tradition as a lot of other schools in Texas. A huge recruit for them and certainly panned out.
There's Gerald Sasser's father. Proud moment for him as well as he takes the basketball over to his seat and they'll find a place in the trophy case at home. Bulldogs have gone without a basket for more than 7 minutes. Been outscored 16-0 during that stretch. Now face their biggest deficit. Foul going to be on, I believe, Willie Davis pushing off.
So what happens, Ralph, is the post players defended from the front. The offensive post player cannot put his forearm in the back. And what happened then was not only did he have it in Swillis' back, but he extended it. It was an easy call to make.
4 dishes to Eli for the dunk.
Once again, a penetration basket. And here comes SMU.
That ends a 16-0 blitz by SMU. Sasser pulls up. Foul on the shot by Tito Maddox. These will be the first free throws of the game. Shot by SMU.
Quick first step. He's tall. Tito tried to get him from behind. Ted Hillary calls the foul. Sasser shoots 80% from the free throw line in league games. You see that rotation, you wonder how.
Played 15 minutes and shot 3 free throws. This will be the 3rd free throw, and now one of the officials, Steve Welmer, has got a problem with Sasser's equipment.
I have a problem with his hair. I don't know about his equipment.
There's something about his Cowboys. Oh, it's one on the knee. So they'll bring Chris Lowe in to shoot the free throw as the trainer for SMU takes care of that bloody knee.
And they give their choice of who they want to bring in. Lowe shooting 91% from the free throw line, 10 for 11 in league games.
Well, that's tough to come off the bench cold, though.
Was then.
Porter banged and fouled as he puts up the shot.
The Fornash is a guy in there. He knows he's expendable. He's going to make his fouls count. Had one earlier on Eli, defending Eli.
Fornash picking up 2. He's a banger in there. Porter, who's had the only free throw for Fresno State in the game so far. He's 2 of 2 from the line. It's interesting now, both teams have had 17-2 runs. Porter makes them both. Bulldogs are back within 4. Hancock opens it up. Right into the jaw of Chris Jeffries.
Jeffries tried to get the steal, tried to come over the top, couldn't get back in time.
Jeffries thought about the 3, instead he dishes off. And a foul on Devon Kelly. As he really hacked Elvin Eli.
They have 10 fouls in the post. They're going to use all of them. There, Jeffries is in better control as he came up, and that's not too hard a foul to call.
Eli to the line. He's 68% on the year. He averages 16 points, 7.5 rebounds, and 3 blocks a game this season. He's been Fresno State's leader in scoring 3 of the last 4 games.
And the leading shot blocker in the West.
He's had 1 block, at least 1 block in 23 consecutive games. 72 on the season. Eli hits them both. Four-point SMU lead as we approach 4 minutes to play in the first half. Davis just throws it away. Intended for Hancock, but high over his head.
Just way too high. You can see their offense. Series of screens to get a guy, unless he's wide open for a 3, to create a closeout by the defender, put it on the floor, and try to kick it to somebody who will beat you to the basket.
Sasser back in as we hit the 4-minute mark. Bulldogs down by 4. Porter falls down and travels. Got his feet tangled up, went down, tried to pass it off, but too late. Bulldogs turn it over with 3:54 to play in the half. Timeout. Fresno State is down by 4. We'll be right back to Dallas.
There's big news at Subway. 2 fresh-made sandwiches from the sea. The delicious Subway seafood and crab sandwich and the great-tasting tuna sandwich. Both served on fresh baked bread. To the world, it's a great new taste. To the shadow, it's a mission. Subway. Eat fresh.
Enjoy a 6-inch tuna or seafood and crab sandwich for just $1.99 at participating Subway restaurants.
Transportation advances again. The re-engineered, redesigned Chrysler Town & Country. The best minivan ever.
Now get a $1,000 cash allowance on Town & Country at your Northern California Chrysler dealer.
Some financial institutions are too big and some are too small.
At State Center Credit Union, everything is just right. State Center Credit Union offers all you're looking for in a bank and credit union, like free checking, unlimited ATM, and unique savings and loan programs. If you're tired of paying for everything at your bank, or you think there's no better alternative, come over to State Center Credit Union. Not too big, not too small. We're just right for you.
Time for This Week in Bulldog Sports, brought to you by AT&T Wireless Services. Fresno State Baseball returns to Biden Field this week. First, the Hawaii Warriors come in for a 3-game series beginning Saturday night. And on Wednesday, the Dogs take on USF. And this reminder, season tickets for baseball and softball are still available. Call 278-DOGS or go online at GoBulldogs.com. This Week in Bulldog Sports, brought to you by AT&T Wireless Services. Back in Dallas, 29-25, SMU leading Fresno State with 3:54 to play in the first half.
Ralph, you wonder why so many pro scouts come to the game. Gerald Sasser leading the conference in rebounding, 5th in scoring, 6th in assists, 9th in steals.
And now SMU's all-time leading scorer. He surpasses Gene Phillips. Held the record since the early 60s. 3.5 to play. Sasser defended by Maddox. 7 on the shot clock. Sasser will go to work. Passes. Hancock defended by Porter. 2 on the shot clock. 1 on the shot clock. And the ball knocked out of bounds. Last touch by, they're going to say, Tito Maddox. So the Bulldogs play 35 seconds of great defense, and they'll have to do it again. Well, Terry Tarkanian, in anger, flips the ball over his head to one of the officials. He thought Sasser was the last guy to touch it.
I think he might have been right. Hancock did a good job. He got his body into Porter to get that shot off.
Sasser throws it up and draws the foul. Foul will be on Demetrius Porter. 18 fouls on the Bulldogs, so Sasser goes to the line shooting 2, and that's almost money in the bank. Works every time, Jack. It works every time.
We're going to have to hire you out.
Sasser makes one of the 2.
Sasser's a very difficult matchup. Remember, this dribbling and penetrating he does is by somebody who's 6'6".
Maddox drawing the foul on Ross. They bump bodies.
It looked like SMU might have gone zone that time, or else they just switched the exchange out front.
Maddox wanted to go there. Ross wouldn't let him. Draws the foul. Fresno State back to the free throw line where the Bulldogs, and I hope I don't do it again here, have not missed tonight. 6 of 6.
Somehow I don't think that has anything to do with it.
Okay. I'm off the hook. 2:55 to play in the half.
I'm more for a guy with skill than a superstition.
Fresno State now 7 of 7 from the line and within 3. Davis drives, dishes. Miami. They have been partially blocked by Swillis, who took the rebound.
He was totally blocked.
And Maddox turns it over.
And that's something that the coaching staff had talked about. When you come to a jump stop, you can't move either foot. Normally, Tito Maddox comes to a 1-2 stop, in which the first foot he puts down is his pivot foot. But when you come to a jump stop, you can't move.
8th turnover to Fresno State. Only 4 for SMU. Travis Demandi is in the game. He replaces Porter. 2.5 to play in the first half. 3-point SMU lead.
Got Sasser in a post up now.
Working on Maddox. Pulls up, fires over Maddox, and hits.
They just jumped up in his face that time. That wasn't really bad defense.
Demandi right off the bench for 3. Short. Rebound comes off to Maddox. He'll put it up. Circus shot by Maddox.
And what you have are 2 point guards that are outstanding rebounders. Maddox is the 6th leading rebounder in the WAC.
Again, it's a 3-point game. 32-29. Under 2 minutes to play in the first half. Hancock for 3.
You can't fault Demandi on that one. He crossed him. He didn't want to get beaten off the dribble. Hancock goes up and hits the 3. only a 33% three-point shooter.
Mandy gets the high pass from Maddox. He'll give it back. Under a minute and a half to play in the first half. Jeffries, tough shot. That's a three-pointer for Chris Jeffries.
And that's pretty much unguardable, too. Not sure it's a shot they want, but they're not getting much better ones right now.
Three-point game as we approach a minute to play in the first half. Niemi. Davis. Block. SMU can't get it to go.
The leading offensive rebounding team, and
Boy,
against the
sure
leading
kept it
shot
alive
block
there.
team. Now, the Bulldogs rely on a shot block. This came because Melvin Eli went and double-teamed Kelly. There's the block, leading shot blocker. Now we're back live.
Swillis with another rebound. Maddox take it all the way, and it's blocked by Ross. Oh, Quentin Ross, a great defensive play. Hancock for three at the other end. Big sequence, a big turnaround for SMU.
A huge turnaround, 5-point swing. Maddox made the right play. Ross not known for shot blocking.
Hancock with back-to-back threes for SMU. Eli, foul on the play.
Now, Ross is not known for shot blocking. In the league, he only has 7, now 8 blocked shots. And yet that leads the Mustangs in blocked shots. Normally in a situation like that, you take the ball to the basket, you can get a foul called.
Niemi picks up his second foul. Eli to the line, where the Bulldogs as a team are 7 of 7. 8 out of 8. Quarterback in. Chris Jeffries goes to the bench for the final 22 seconds of the half. Jeffries has 2 fouls.
Yeah, you don't want him to get his third here, especially in a defensive sequence where they may go right at him. They have so many weapons.
Fresno State 9 of 9 from the free throw line.
See how the Bulldogs play it, where they trap and play it straight.
Prop. Corner of the screen. Hancock. Bulldogs have it taken away. Willie Davis called a timeout after he took it away from Melvin Eli with 4.3 seconds. So a great defensive play by Davis, and then the presence of mind to call the timeout. And SMU's going to get another shot before the end of the half.
The Bulldogs thought that Eli got raked across the arm. They're opposite. They're the opposite side of the floor from us. I couldn't tell. It's several times that the Mustangs have stripped the Bulldogs.
See Fresno State on a streak of 6 seasons with 20 wins or more. And for Jerry Tarkanian, this is his 30th season as a Division I head coach. And 29 times he's had 20-win teams.
That's a remarkable record. I think one more year, I think 30 is the record. I think Dean Smith
you're right,
has a record of 30.
Sasser gets it in before the 5-second count. Davis will take the final shot. Out of bounds.
Great defensive job.
Bulldogs had to play 4 seconds of tough defense, but they were up to the task. Still, Fresno State goes to the locker room trailing this one by 4. SMU leads it 38-34. Stick around for all the halftime stuff we talked about, and hopefully we'll have a word with Courtney Alexander when we come back on the other side of the Bulldog Spotlight in the news break.
For over 50 years, F-150 buyers have expected a lot from the #1 seller, but nobody expected this. 0.9 financing plus 500 cash back on every F-150. 4x4s, V8s, Super Cabs, even Super Cruise. The best-selling trucks in California now have 0.9 financing. This is a special incentive for Sacramento and the Central Valley. So if you expect a lot from a truck, check out a new F-150, only at your Ford store.
Hey
guys. Give me a hand carrying this stuff up to the 3rd floor.
Love to, but we're late for this thing.
Yeah, sorry. That's cool. You know, those stairs are kind of tricky.
Yeah. Oh, I got this. That's it. Mind if we help ourselves to some of your underwear?
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down.
I don't need you guys to help me unpack.
Let's make it a Bud Light.
Hope you're enjoying the basketball game here on KMPH Fox 26. I'm John Mallows with your halftime report. An outburst in a Fresno courtroom today punctuated a lengthy hearing for 7 defendants. They are charged with either the robbery or the outright beating death of the father of a Fresno policeman. More in this report from George Mason.
Proof of what saying that I got nothing to do with understand that please be quiet. Anything you say could be used against you. You're represented by counsel. Let your counsel speak for you. That's what I want to speak for. Man, you ain't saying nothing. Please say. Please.
Ibrahim Mohammed is not one of the 3 Mohammeds charged with the December beating death of Alejandro Escareno, but he faces 2 counts of robbery in connection with the case. Judge Gary Hoff refused to separate the robbery and homicide cases for purposes of a preliminary hearing, which has been delayed for a month. The attorney for murder defendant Rahim Mohammed.
The court felt that just as the prosecution got to use their investigators to do some investigation, I get to do the same.
Prosecutor Jamila Schwartzbart objected to the delay, saying witness concerns about testifying grow with each passing day. Meanwhile, with a California court just 2 weeks ago reversing the voter-approved Prop 21, one of the 2 juveniles charged with the Escareno homicide and sent to adult court by the prosecutor will be sent back to juvenile court, at least temporarily.
Now, what that court's going to do, I don't know, because most of the time when a juvenile is prosecuted with murder, they find them unfit and send them back.
Her 17-year-old client's juvenile court appearance is tomorrow. Another juvenile charged in the beating death is 10 years old. In Fresno, George Mason, the 10 o'clock news.
Stay with us. We're back with more of your halftime report in a moment.
Friend Homes.
With more value.
For more families. In more neighborhoods.
In our community.
Trend Homes. Building for generations.
Your business has more power with the help of our business. Let a CalFed business banker show you how. You have more power than you think. CalFed Commercial Banking. You have the power to organize your finances. You have more power than you think. Infinity Checking from CalFed.
Transportation advances again. The re-engineered, redesigned Chrysler Town & Country. The best minivan ever.
Now get a $1,000 cash allowance on Town & Country at your Northern California Chrysler dealer.
Welcome back. More fallout from the Clinton pardons. Today, Hillary Rodham Clinton said she had nothing to do with deciding who was pardoned by her husband in the final hours before he left office. And she says she didn't know her brother was involved. Hugh Rodham, a lawyer himself, was paid $400,000 to lobby on behalf of 2 men who ended up getting a pardon.
As soon as we found out Monday night, I was heartbroken and shocked by it, and immediately said this this was a terrible misjudgment, and the money had to be returned.
The Clintons made Hugh Rodham give that money back. Well, today, thousands of members of the NASCAR racing family arrived in Charlotte, North Carolina to remember the late Dale Earnhardt. He was killed on Sunday, of course, in the crash on the final lap of the Daytona 500. He was buried yesterday in a private service in his hometown of Kannapolis. The 49-year-old Earnhardt was a 7-time Winston Cup champion. That is your halftime report. We'll see you back here live tonight at 10 o'clock for the KMPH 10 o'clock news. It'll be me and J.D. McCliver. Now enjoy the rest of the basketball game.
We're glad our parents chose Brentwood Homes because we're best friends. We all go to school together in the highly acclaimed Clovis Unified School District. My friend Megan, her parents enjoy taking us skiing, even camping. It's all just a short drive away. And my dad likes to camp with Mom after a hard day. Mom likes it too. We're going to Cyberhorn Homes too when we grow up. Think they'll still be in the 100?
Visit the models of Greystone Villas by Brentwood on Chestnut and Alluvial, and Brentwood Fort Washington on Maple north of Shepherd.
You get into the truck business because it's a part of you from when you're young. But if you're really serious about it, you sell International. Gibbs International, the fastest growing truck centers in the valley. Gibbs puts together the truck, the financing, the whole deal with top quality service and total satisfaction. Gibbs International, the brilliance of common sense. In Fresno at Highway 99 in Jensen. In Bakersfield at 99 in Buck Owens Boulevard.
Unhappy with your office copier?
There's absolutely no reason for people not to upgrade.
Walco's got the Toshiba copier for you.
I think most companies would be literally surprised if they took the time to sit down with us, look at what they're currently spending, and then compare it to what we could put them into a new system with.
Call Walco today
And walk away thinking, why didn't we do this a lot sooner?
Toshiba copiers from Walco Business System.
Time now for Bulldog Spotlight.
He's simply the greatest wrestler Fresno State has ever had, and there's so much more he can do. Stephen Abbas, the 1999 national champion, has a chance to win 2 more titles before he's through as a Bulldog.
I don't even really think of it that way. I mean, I want to go out and just enjoy my college wrestling while I can. And I believe by doing that, I'm just going to have fun every year and take year by year, match by match.
I think he's got an excellent chance. You know, if he stays healthy and competes like he does, he's going to win it, I hope.
Abbas hasn't lost a match all year. He's 26-0, and he's beaten 6 of the top 10 wrestlers in his weight class. The most impressive, a major decision over second-ranked Jody Strittmatter of Iowa, 14-1.
After I beat the number 2 guy, and I beat him by such a wide margin, it seems that there really isn't anybody too close, you know, technique-wise with me. So my confidence level just boosted after that, and you know, I don't think anybody in the country can beat me now.
In fact, the last match Abbas lost was at the Olympic trials, where he was defeated by a single point in the semis. But Abbas plans on being back for 2004.
It was a great learning experience for me. I mean, not only for confidence, but just, you know, mental and the competition at that level. And making it that close definitely gave me an extra boost of confidence coming back to college.
We'll visit more with Stephen Abbas right after this.
It's time to score on all your Bulldog basketball clothing and accessories at the Bulldog Shop. The Bulldog Shop is the Valley headquarters for authentic Fresno State basketball merchandise. Suit up in all styles of Bulldog clothing for tip-off or anytime you're ready to ride the red wave. Choose from shirts, sweats, jackets, gifts, and children's clothing for any sport. Don't wait for the final buzzer. Make a fast break to the Bulldog Shop. The Bulldog Shop, Cedar and Barstow, across from all 3 stadiums.
Wrestling has had a tremendous surge at Fresno State, mainly because of Stephen Abbas. Fans pack North Gym to watch him compete, and he's a big reason why the Bulldog Wrestling program is ranked 16th in the nation.
I realized that, I mean, just the recognition I brought to the school, I mean, it's just a great feeling, you know, bringing all this because of wrestling.
Well, you know, he's not only, you know, a winner, he's a leader, and that really helps the other guys. And he's a good kid. He's always eligible, and he's obviously pretty good. And, you know, he's set some real high standards for himself this year, and he's living up to them.
Stephen is trying to live up to the standards set by his older brother, Jerry, now an assistant with the team, who's also the only Bulldog ever to be named a 4-time All-American.
I wouldn't have it any other way. To see my brother doing the things he's doing and the goals he's setting and achieving,
you know, it's just incredible to see him grow over the years.
So is there anything that can stop Steven from winning another national title this year?
Not the way this season is going so far. Everything's going right, and everything just seems to be rolling smoothly.
I'm Dana Green with the Bulldog Spotlight.
With its unibody construction and independent suspension, the Lexus RX 300 is the first luxury SUV that doesn't ride like a truck.
So what'd you think? I'm impressed. Thanks for letting me drive it.
Thanks for letting me play with the siren, Bill.
A Fresno Lexus.
Scene 1. We open on a woman running. She's blonde like Denise Richards. She is Denise Richards, running from a mutant. No, she's just running. It's hot. She's thirsty. Cut to a drink. No, better. Wild cherry Pepsi. Bottle. Cool. She reaches, guy's hand. He's handsome. Hey, it's my movie. Why not? Cut to highway. Title, fade.
38-34, SMU leading Fresno State at halftime, and tonight's halftime locker room report is brought to you by Martin Chevrolet Oldsmobile in Reedley, featuring the Silverado, the most dependable, long-lasting truck on the road. Back in Dallas, everyone, joined by a special guest, Courtney Alexander, former Bulldog, now a former Dallas Maverick. Courtney traded earlier this evening to the Washington Wizards, and I'm wondering, Courtney, what's your reaction?
I'm very happy. It's been a difficult year thus far for me. I'm a competitor, and at times this year I was not able to get out there and help contribute to the team. And I think everyone realized that. And I think the Dallas Mavericks and the Washington Wizards, both benefited from the trade.
You'll be joining another former Bulldog in Rod Higgins in the front office there. Have they talked to you yet about what they expect?
I've spoken briefly with Michael Jordan throughout the day in preparation for this trade. It's definitely a blessing to me, as well as my family, because like I said, it's been difficult. I'm very happy to pursue this dream, but I don't play for the money nor the fame. I play, to play, to be out there and to showcase my abilities. And there were times this year, like I said, that the opportunity was not there. So I'm just eager to get out there and play.
Traded on draft day, traded again just after the All-Star break here, but it's good to know you're wanted.
You know what? That's all that matters in this business. It's a huge business, and I don't think people realize just how big of a business it is. But Michael definitely expressed his sincere concern in trying to make it a much better year for me, remaining part of the season for me and for my future. So it's an exciting time.
Dogs are behind here by 4 points. Need a little help in the second half.
Yeah, they do. I'm looking forward to seeing how they come back. I'm sure Tart gave them a pretty good kick in the behind, in the first in the locker room. So I'm looking for them to get it together.
Okay, Courtney, go and have a great rest of the season. Now, member of the Washington Wizards, Courtney Alexander, former Fresno State Bulldog. A lot of fans remember him and love him and all the great things he did at Celandrina, especially that guy, Jerry Tarkanian. We'll be back for the second half. Bulldogs trailing by 4 here in Dallas.
I'm Makai Cartier for Valley News, Sports, Traffic, Weather, and Financial Reports. Spend your mornings with Don Track and me on KMPH News Radio 107.5 FM. Joanna Miller with the Valley's largest news staff. KMPH News Radio and the KMPH 10 o'clock news. Day and night, get it first, get it right. On KMPH News Radio and the KMPH 10 o'clock news.
Transportation advances again. The re-engineered, redesigned Chrysler Town & Country. The best minivan ever. Now get a $1,000 cash allowance on Town & Country at your Northern California Chrysler dealer.
Tonight's stats are brought to you by Enterprise Rent-A-Car with weekend rates as low as $9.99. Call for details. Fresno State perfect from the free throw line tonight, but not shooting the ball very well, Jack.
No, and having a tough time getting good shots, too. Ralph, we talked about the keys before the game. DeMond Hancock has 16 points. That was the first key. Just one offense, giving him one shot. The Mustangs have 9 offensive rebounds, although the Bulldogs have 10. And then the third key was the Bulldogs were going to have to get 80 points to win the game, and right now SMU has 38. So
what they talk about in the locker room?
These are still on. In the locker room, they want to go to the high-low set to try to give Elvin Eli a little more room. They want to go inside, and there are 2 ways to get the ball inside. One is off the dribble, one is off the pass. They tried to dribble and turn the ball over a few times. They'd like to get the ball to Eli and see if they'll collapse and throw it back out, or to let him go one-on-one.
SMU has been averaging 13 assists per game. The Mustangs have 13 assists in the first half. Sasser starts the second half, and a foul going to be called, I believe. Is it going to be on Willie Davis?
Well, it should have been on Sasser. As he turned and squared, he didn't do it on purpose, but as he turned and squared, he caught Chris Jeffries flush in the mouth. Jeffries fell off him, and Sasser figured he'd take a 3. That floater went up there, and then Swillis had pretty good position. Davis shoved him in the back.
Jeffries came away counting his teeth.
And here's the high-low game they're talking about. Swillis is up high.
Get a foul before the shot on Fornash.
And Fornash playing behind. With Fornash's size, he's bigger than Eli. You'd think he would. You can't do much in the post anymore. They're really tightening up on post defense.
Third foul on Fornash. Porter open for 3.
Bulldogs are going to have to get that one. Porter's been cold the last couple games.
Hancock with a good first half. 16 points. Davis in trouble. Gets it to Fornash. Off the glass.
Davis was in the lane an awful long time that time. Eli came over and helped out. You can see the Bulldogs' game plan.
Eli trying to draw a foul. Throws it up over the backboard.
Looked like there was some contact. Fornash, the big body, has 3 fouls already. Bulldogs are trying to get the 4th on him. Kelly, the other post player, also has 2. As does the Emmy.
Ross double team. It's at the Hancock. Davis for 3. Going to be short, but it's taken by Sasser, who puts it up and in.
Another offensive rebound basket. Davis shooting at 3. He is their best percentage-wise 3-point shooter. That one was ugly, but it turned out to be a lob pass.
So the Mustangs for the first 4 points here in the second half and double the lead. Jeffries. Rebound Sasser. It's 1 and out for the Bulldogs. Facing their biggest deficit of the game now, down by 8. Sasser turns it over. Porter ahead of Fornash, over Fornash. Couldn't get it to fall. He'll go to the free throw line.
Yeah, tough break right there. It's 4 on Fornash. He's as we said, expendable. And the Emmy's coming in for him now. That was a great play right here by Swillis, because Fornash, you can see Fornash was actually ahead of Porter, but Swillis knows Porter's a lot quicker. Demetrius tries to draw the contact and still get the thing down as he did in the first half. Rolled around and fell out, so he shoots 2.
Porter gets the Bulldogs on the board in the second half. As Mike Niemi comes in to replace Fornash, who goes to the bench with 4 fouls. Bulldogs still perfect from the free throw line. Six-point SMU lead. Off pass goes into Niemi. Partially blocked by Eli, but it still goes in.
So you want to get pressure on the passer, but it's tough to get pressure on Hancock because he can take you off the dribble. Plus, he's bigger and can see over you.
Maddox puts it up and in himself. Looked for a couple of options, decided he was the best one. Again, the inside with a hook. Rebound. Knocked out of the hands of Maddox. He couldn't control it.
And Ralph, once again, what you see on their offense, that is, for most teams, a bad shot. It's your backup center taking a 12-foot hook, but they throw it up, and three guys just go get it.
Sasser takes it inside. Short, but gets the rebound. Puts it up. That deflected. Goes to Porter. He'll pull it out. Jeffries has a good look at a three. Going to be an air ball over everything.
And not much flow right now to the offense. Not as much rhythm as you want for either team. Just that the Mustangs like to throw the thing up there and then go get it. Sasser in particular. That's why he shoots such a bad percentage. It takes him about 3 shots to score on a possession.
Davis doesn't get the three with the rebound. Maddox quickly down court. Stops, fires. That'll be short. Rebound comes to Sasser. Hancock for three. That'll be long. Wow. Shooters are tightening up here in the second half.
Yeah, this game's totally out of sync right now.
Eli, collared by Niemi.
Yeah, that's a terrific play right there. Tito Maddox slows the game down. Game was getting hairy both ways. Slows the game down. Goes right into Eli. Here he shows some strength. You're going to see he's collared. They're just going to give that up. That could be an intentional foul. The rule on an intentional foul has nothing to do with severity of foul. It has to do with making a play on the ball. I'm not sure you could say that Niemi tried to make a play on the ball. Gives him his 3rd foul, and then Kelly's coming in.
3-point play by Melvin Eli. Makes it a 3-point game. 3 fouls on Niemi, so he's going to come out replaced by Jabron Kelly.
Right, they had 15 fouls to give in the post. Gave 6 of them in the first half, 2 apiece. Here comes Kelly with 2.
So you're telling me they still have a few fouls to give?
That will not be the last foul committed on Melvin Eli.
Well, the good news for the Bulldogs, though, they're 12 of 12 from the line. Hancock for 3. Rebound kept alive by Davis, but it goes to Eli. Fresno Saints down by 3. Bulldogs want to get it into Eli. Jeffries will take it himself.
No, they'll take that.
Oh, spectacular spinning shot by Chris Jeffries.
They'll take that. That was Shannon Swilla setting aside pick and roll. Chris Jeffries rubbed Sasser off. They didn't get a good switch, and they'll take Jeffries taking the ball to the basket anytime.
7-0 run by the Bulldogs has them within 1. Sasser for 3. Rebound Maddox. Bulldogs have a chance to regain the lead. For the first time since early in the first half.
Game of runs. That's what baseball was.
A foul going to be on Kelly, holding Eli. That'll be his 3rd. And the Bulldogs will have the basketball.
10 fouls on their post players.
Timeout on the floor, 14:54 to play. And the Bulldogs are coming back, down by 1.
This? It's cheese paper. And the paper goes around the burger with all the melted cheese on it. The best cheese paper is at Carl's. Comes with a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. It's got 2 slices of cheese, so you can get like 8 corners. And then you still get to eat the burger. Carl's Simple Double Cheese Paper. Cheeseburger. The new double cheeseburger, 99 cents at Carl's Jr. More cheese on the burger, more cheese on the paper.
Toyota has what you're looking for. Right now, you can buy any very nicely equipped Camry with $750 cash back, or Solara Coupe with $750 cash back. That's $750 cash back on the stylish Solara and on the new Camry, the best-selling car in America for the 4th year in a row. Enjoy the incredible value of a new Toyota. Come on, take a Camry out for a test drive at one of these Central Valley Team Toyota dealers.
Coast classic rock. 95.7 The Fox.
Sunday night on an all-new episode of The X-Files, last season's exciting finale comes full circle as we begin to learn of Mulder's whereabouts. Was he the victim of alien abduction and experimentation? Secrets will be revealed on The X-Files Sunday night at 9 on KMPH, Fox 26. Ball out of bounds to Fresno State. Dogs trailing by 1 on a 7-0 run. Jeffries loses.
Kids having a tough time handling the ball.
Ross fouled hard by Jeffries.
He had the ball up top.
That'll be 3 fouls on Chris Jeffries.
You see a lot of body down low. He did hustle, and he hustled back.
How you do that.
No, I don't know how you can do that, especially after the last foul on the Emmy.
Well, contact because they were flying, but you saw Jeffries didn't even come down on him with the arms. The arms were up trying to block the shot.
And made a play for the ball. I mean, that's what I said. It has nothing to do with severity in terms of an intentional foul, just whether you make a play on the ball or not. And at the other end, I don't think Niemi really made a play on the ball. He just tried to keep Eli from scoring.
Ross, a 74% free throw shooter on the year. He's averaging 14 points and 5 rebounds a game. Nigel Smith, second in for Willie Davis, as he sees his first action tonight for SMU.
The first action in a long time. He had been suspended, was just reinstated prior to the game.
Also been through 3 major sinus surgeries, which took him out of basketball for a year and a half. Three-point game. Eli. Double team.
He's drawing a crowd now.
Maddox will take the 3. Jeffries with the rebound. In traffic, comes out.
Yeah, wisely did. He put the ball down in traffic before he lost it. He's having a tough time handling the ball. I don't know if it's something with the ball or what the deal is. No one else seems to have that problem, but this is normally a surer ball handler.
Maddox didn't pass up that 3. We are tied at 46.
If you let Maddox get his feet set and don't put any pressure on him at all, he's going to knock 3s down. He's shown that.
14 minutes to play, and we're all even. Bulldogs at 40% in the second half. Hancock with a nice move.
There's a lot of talk about Sasser, but I'll tell you, Hancock, Sasser, and Davis, but Hancock might be the best player they have, and it looks like SMU's going to their zone.
Hancock leads all scorers tonight with 18 points. Sasser with a dozen, but also 13 rebounds.
This is
high is 18.
This is the 1-3-1 zone. They run this at a half, and they also extend it.
Ross just splits the defenders and takes it right to the basket.
And there's no reason for that to happen. Now, if you're in a zone offense, you should definitely have people back.
Eli back at the other end with the hook. Sasser for 3. It's going to be short.
It's really a bad-looking three-point shot.
So fans behind us are saying, take it to the basket. It sure has been working tonight. Maddox out of control, turns it over. Trying to penetrate, dish it out to the man feet.
They made about one cross move too many.
12:52 to play. It's a 2-point lead for SMU, 50-48. And the bulk of the Bulldog offense is going to the bench right now as Melvin Eli takes a seat for a rest, replaced by Mustafa Al-Sayed. Eli with 13 points, 9 rebounds.
Yeah, Porter playing Ross. That's a tough match, size-wise, for Demetrius. Ross at 6'6".
We got one tonight that looks like it's going to go right down to the wire. Sasser in traffic, fires it up, draws the foul.
That's a tough. If the foul's on Mustafa, and it is, that's really a tough call. He came over, gave great help. Travis Demandry was posted. gave great help. Looked like he was completely vertical. You have the rule of verticality. He has his space, and if the offensive player violates it, if the offensive player initiates the contact, it's foul goes to the offense. Tough call on Mustafa.
Sasser now 2 of 4 from the free throw line tonight. He has 12 points, 13 rebounds, 4 assists. Again, it's a 3-point lead for SMU.
And they're still in the zone.
Porter for 3.
There's a set play. They got the look they wanted.
Quickly back court. Kelly, bounce pass off the hands of Hancock. So that's an easy layup. Blown by SMU, and Hancock knows he gave it away.
And what you have, Ralph, in both teams, we talked about the good rebounding point guard, but when Tito Maddox goes to rebound or Gerald Sasser, the floor balance is not there, and you tend to give up fast break opportunities.
5 on the floor for the Bulldogs. The man beat Porter, Maddox, Al-Sayed, and Swillis. Porter steps inside the 3-point line and hits the 2.
They got him on a closeout. He had Kelly. No match for Porter.
Bulldogs still down by 1. 11:45 to play.
That was a clear out there for Sasser.
Hancock.
That's travel. As soon as he turned over, it was a travel.
Wanted to call timeout, but it was too late. David Hall called him for the turnover. It'll be Bulldog basketball when we come back. 11:39 to play in Dallas. 51-50 SMU.
Presenting Fresno, Mitsubishi's Do the Math event, featuring 60-month financing at 1.9% APR on new 2001 Mitsubishi. That's right, not leftover 2000s, but 1.9 for 60 months on fresh new 2001 Eclipse. 1.9 for 60 months on fresh new 2001 Galant. 1.9 for 60 months on the rugged new 2001 Montero Sport. Do the math. This incredible offer could mean a finance savings of up to $10,000. So call us at 437-1900 or 1-800-Mitsubishi, or come see us on Blackstone between Bullard and Sierra.
What's in the bag? Savings, and I mean big savings at Gottschalk's Backyard Bargain Sale. Save an additional 20% on regular and sale price fashions for the entire family. You heard right, an extra 20%. And there's an extra 10% savings on great items for your home. Where are you going to find quality merchandise at an unbelievable price? It's in the bag. That's right, it's in the bag. The savings are in the bag at Gottschalk's Backyard Bargain Sale.
Your business has more power with the help of our business. Let a CalFed business banker show you how. You have more power than you think. CalFed Commercial Banking. You have the power to organize your finances. You have more power than you think. Infinity Checking from CalFed.
Back in Dallas, Fresno State trailing the Mustangs 51-50 with 11:39 to play. Bulldog fans want a seat in the new Save Mart Center. The time has come. Personal seat licenses are on sale. $100 reserves your seat in the new arena. Plenty of great seat locations are still available. For applications and more information, call the Save Mart Center Personal Seat License Office at 244-2990 or go online at SaveMartCenter.com. Fresno State has not led this game since the 10:04 mark of the first half when they were up 19-18.
SMU comes out in a trap. Good recognition.
Demandi open for 3, in and out. Rebound Sasser, that's 14.
And that's the one you got to get. You got to knock that one down. Team traps, they're going to give up shots like that. You got to make them pay.
Davis. But he took the extra step. Sasser puts it up and in.
Very similar to last year. Taking bad shots, getting second ones, putting them in.
Al-Sayed can't get it to go, and it's again 1 and out for Fresno State.
Ooh, little push off.
Davis going to take it to the basket, misses the dunk, but the rebound comes off the Hancock. Davis will try it again and misses again. And an offensive foul.
Willis tried to get the first offensive foul when Davis took it and went down. Didn't know if there was enough contact. Wasn't much contact on that one because Willis here is pretty wise. When he sees them coming, he goes down as soon as he gets a little bit of contact. But that's a charge all the way.
Boy, Shannon Swillis took 2 shots, had to pick himself up off the floor.
Swillis came out of halftime, had 9 rebounds at the half.
Now he has 12.
I think that's a career high for him. I think he said
it was 11. So a new career high in rebounds for Shannon Swillis. 3-point deficit for the Bulldogs. We've got less than 10.5 minutes to play. What? Jeffries.
Yeah, set up play. They brought Melvin Eli in. They're now playing with 2 5-men. Mustafa Al-Sayed, Melvin Eli. 2 centers.
Great pass by Travis Andy. Fresno State trying to do what no visiting team has done this season, beat the Mustangs on their home floor. Rebound, Melvin Eli. He holds it up for Porter.
Yeah, they tried to post Porter on that one. Porter's going to have to get the ball over. It's close to a 10. Wow, that was 10. Yeah, that was 10. You're right. Maybe it's 10 and a fraction.
Eli now on Kelly. It's great position, and the Bulldogs lead for the first time since the 10:04 mark of the first half.
And that's why they want to get the ball inside. Good things usually happen. Melvin Eli touched the ball. You're not going to get a basket every time, but it breaks the defense down. It's another way to penetrate the defense. One is off the dribble, one to throw it inside.
Now Fresno State needs to maintain it. Sasser trying to shoot the Mustangs back in front, doesn't get it. And a foul on Demandby as he collided with Quentin Ross.
Yeah, well, he looks around, but what happens is Bulldogs aren't used to blocking out, especially that far away from the basket. And when Sasser shoots the ball kicks out pretty far because of that funky spin. And Demandby didn't block out Ross. He got to the ball first. They got him for reaching it.
And because Kelly wasn't doing a very good job on Eli, Fornash comes back in playing with 4 fouls. Demandby picked up his 3rd. He and Jeffries, 3 apiece for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, I don't think they really mind if Fornash fouls out of the game. They just like to put bigger body on Eli.
Well, the Bulldogs should go right after him the next time they get the ball.
Bulldogs, I know, in the shoot-around today, were really concerned with this out-of-bounds play. SMU scored twice on it in Fresno.
Davis has it knocked out of there, but it's going to come to Hancock.
Yeah, there's another offensive rebound. And you can see how many people go to the glass. Right there, you can see
it up. Eli comes away with a rebound.
You can see a lot of people going to the glass. If the Bulldogs can rebound the ball, Ralph, they can get some fast breaks at the other end.
They really do send people flying at the back.
It's a big gamble. It's a big gamble what they do, but it works for them.
Jeffries dishes to Eli. Short on the layup, gets it back and dunks it.
That's about as nice a pass as you're going to see from the guy 6'8". Couldn't get an assist for it.
Melvin Eli with back-to-back hoops, and Fresno State extends the lead to 3.
Well, there's the play where they take the back door, or they let him go back door, and if you guard it, then he posts you up. Jeffries did a great job on it. Tough shot there.
Hancock can't get the 3, but Davis tracks down the rebound. He's double-teamed. Gets it off to Sasser. Look out there.
This happens when you have the 2 5-men in the game. The Bulldogs have their 4-man take it out. The 2 5-men are in the game. They're not used to taking it out. So Chris Jeffries had to come back.
Sasser with 17. Hancock with 18.
SMU goes back zone.
Eli or Al-Sayed double team. Eli open inside. Great pass from Porter. Hooks it up over Fornash.
Yeah, Porter looked him off. He looked over at Jeffries like he was going to reverse the ball and threw it into Eli.
Hancock with a nice move. Has it blocked and taken away by Demandby.
A tough play by Demandby. Fornash could have had him.
Mustangs have numbers. Eli with the rebound follow slam. Wow.
That's what the Bulldogs have been waiting for, is somebody to come in with some energy Offensive rebound, showed a little of the gave a little Mustangs their own medicine. The offensive rebound basket. And here you go. Porter tries to take the ball to the basket, lays it up there, and here comes Eli. No one's going to block you out in a transition situation. That's what the Bulldogs want from their big guys.
And with that slam, Deborah Mason of Madera qualified to win a trip to the WAC tournament in Tulsa in March, courtesy of Subway Sandwiches and KMPH Fox 26. Melvin Eli has scored the last 4 Bulldog baskets as Fresno State has opened up a 5-point lead at 60-55 with 7:08 to play.
And with 7:08 to play, he's already Eli has a double-double, points and rebounds. But I think, Ralph, possibly the winner of this game is going to be the team that displays more energy, like that one by Melvin Eli.
Eli coming off a 25-point game, the last outing. Fresno State up by 5. 7 minutes to play. Tito Maddox is back in for the Bulldogs. He has just 1 assist tonight, averaging 9 a game. Hancock. Nice drive by Hancock because he went in among the defenders and found an opening.
Well, what happened, they ran the play. They posted Sasser on this side. As they do it, Hancock comes off the double. Porter tried to come ball side. He beat him back to the baseline, and there wasn't any help.
Porter for 3. Dogs are starting to feel it now.
I wouldn't be surprised, even though Eli's having a big game, to see SMU come out of that zone.
Fresno State's biggest lead early in the first half was 9. Bulldogs now up by 6 as Ross puts up an air ball taken by Maddox.
That time Porter trailed the screen.
Wow, intended for El Sayed. He was fouled by Ross coming across.
He got bailed out. It was a real nice move by Moose running the floor, but I don't know that if he had caught the thing, he would have been able to lay it up. He was behind the basket, and Ross came across. Let's take a look at it.
Well, he also kind of flinched when he saw the defender coming too.
Yeah, you can see. I think it would have been tough for him at that speed to get the ball in the basket, but you got to give him credit for being a guy 6'9", running the floor.
2 shot for El Sayed. Bulldogs 12 of 12 from the line in this game. Oh, it's a 1-and-1. Pardon me. Misses the first miss of the game for Fresno State.
Yeah, they didn't think he was taking a controlled shot on that. I think it's probably a good call.
Under 6 minutes left in the game. Bulldogs lead by 6.
Sasser had Porter on him when he brought the ball outside, gave the Bulldogs a chance to switch back. Porter might have gotten away with the foul right there.
Porter defending Hancock. And Hancock fouled on the drive.
Out front. Yeah, I think Hancock, not taking anything away from the guy who's the leading scorer and leader in 4 categories, but I think Hancock's the toughest guy to defend.
He's the leading scorer for the Mustangs tonight with 20. Melvin Eli with 21 leads the Bulldogs, and Fresno State's up by 6 with 5:40 to play.
If your refrigerator stops working or your television goes out, you get them fixed immediately, right? But what about the one thing that can save the lives of everyone in your home? Do you even know if it works? Community spent millions on the area's only burn center. Couldn't you at least spend $1 or $2 on your own smoke detector? If you need us, there's no better place to be. We only hope you never do.
The sophistication of Coach. The luxury of Lexus. The limited Lexus ES 300 Coach Edition. Some things are just meant to be together. Save $2,000 while they last at Fresno Lexus.
You know them from the X-Files. Now they're stepping out on their own.
Oh, man!
The Lone Gunman.
I gotta say, so far this job sucks.
Series premieres Sunday, March 4th on Fox.
Bulldog basketball on Fox 26 is brought to you by Gottschalks. Discover the world of Gottschalks, a world of selection, service, and value. By Community Medical Centers. And see your Northern California Chrysler Plymouth dealer today for great model year-end deals.
Time again for This Week in Bulldog Sports, brought to you by AT&T Wireless Services. Your nationally ranked men's tennis team will be in action this weekend. 2 non-conference matches at the Wathen Tennis Center. Saturday, the Bulldogs meet the Anteaters of UC Irvine. Then Sunday, a showdown with the Texas Longhorns. For tickets, call 278-DOGS or go online at GoBulldogs.com. This Week in Bulldog Sports, brought to you by AT&T Wireless Services.
Ralph, Michael Haggerty's doing a great job. He had a tough guy to follow in Peter Smith, but he's doing an unbelievable job, as is Kevin Epley with the women's tennis program.
Some of the boosters who made the trip enjoying the game right now with Fresno State up by 6 and 5:40 to play. Sasser drives, blocked by Eli. 24 games in a row for the conference leader.
Bulldogs tried to get a break going, couldn't get anything. Porter was wise to get it back out.
Need a good possession here.
See, that should be a foul right there.
Maddox gets the rebound, puts it up and in.
Similar to what Sasser does, but that should be a foul on Sasser as he reaches out and tries to control him down the line.
Davis bumps Hotties, perhaps Shannon Swillis.
And what you saw there is you see Sasser flying down the floor, and as he goes down, Davis starts cutting to the basket from the wing. So if Sasser can't get anything, and he is a bright guy coming to school here, threw up the last one, got it blocked. He just came in and gave the ball to Davis almost on a handoff as Davis is cutting to the basket, got bumped by Swillis.
Fresno State on a 15-4 run in this game of runs. 5 minutes to play. Dogs lead by 8.
Dogs defense is much more aggressive right now.
Well, you talked about the team that shows more energy. Maddox knocked down, but the foul will be on Tito Maddox.
Yeah, he tried to get there first, go chest to chest. Close call. Here you see it. He has to be set. Now you can see Hancock did have a half a step on him.
Maddox picks up his second foul. He also has just 2 assists as Jerry Tarkanian calls a 30-second timeout. But Tito Maddox does have 5 rebounds and 13 points. 4 Bulldogs are in double figures. Melvin Eli leads with 21. Maddox with 13. Porter and Jeffries with 12 apiece. Fans, take care of all your Bulldog needs. Stop by the Bulldog Shop, the official apparel store of Fresno State Athletics. The store is open Monday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. or shop online at GoBulldogs.com.
This is where we say hello to our children. Andy and Alex. I know Alex just got a new pair of Bulldog shorts, exactly like this. Replicas of the Bulldogs. He's not the white and red ones.
Adam just got a Kobe Bryant jersey.
He didn't get at the Bulldog shop.
No.
Doesn't count.
See the upcoming schedule for Fresno State.
Another reason that this is such a big game, Ralph, you can see the Bulldogs finish at home, where the Bulldogs are 14-1 this year, undefeated in WAC play.
And March 8th through the 10th is the WAC tournament in Tulsa,
where the Dogs currently are the number 1 seed.
Long inbound to Sasser.
Bulldogs are in zone.
Hancock, double team, cut off.
Trapped in the corner. Has to call time.
Does have to call timeout. So great defense by Fresno State.
And that was what Jerry Tarkanian called the timeout for. So it's a wise move. You wonder how a guy gets to be the winningest coach of all time. He calls timeout, out of bounds play, foul. So he calls another timeout on the second one. Calls the amoeba zone. Ball goes to the corner trap. Forces SMU to call timeout.
Can't make it to the ticket office during normal business hours? Well, season and single game tickets for many of your favorite Bulldog events are available online. Reserve your seats by logging on to GoBulldogs.com, the official website of Bulldog Athletics. Also, a lot of news about Fresno State Athletics on the website,
as well as an auction item. They're starting a Bulldog auction with Bulldog memorabilia. The first item, a pretty good deal, our trip last week to TCU and UTEP, which was an $1,800 value, went for $1,100. So
I've heard the story.
Yes.
And of course the big bid auction, June 2nd at Biden Field. Dinner catered by
Outback Steakhouse. In return of the popular grab bags. Call 244-2800. Bulldogs remain zone. Fresno State trying to hang on to an 8-point lead with 4.5 minutes to play. And SMU likes this play. They run a play where they set the screen on the weak side, throw it over the top. Porter couldn't get it to go. The rebound taken by Porter. Foul on Hancock. Fortunate bounce for Fresno State. The long rebound came out to Hancock. Porter ripped it away and he was fouled. And a quick call. I think SMU didn't like it. Porter to the line. He'll shoot 1 and 1. Yeah, but on that last possession, what SMU likes to do is screen, bring the ball to one side, screen the two defenders on the opposite side, throw it over to Hancock, try to get a three, and then rebound it. Bulldogs did a good job. Got a hand on a shooter, rebounded the miss. This will give the Bulldogs their biggest lead of the game. Up by 10 with 4:17 to play. Remember, we talked about a game of runs. Sasser. Another rebound for Swillis. Porter again bangs bodies with Hancock and draws the foul. He's earning this. If he gets it on, right now. Demetrius is saying, somebody answer the phone, because he was going to throw the lob. You can see here he's going to throw the lob. Hancock comes over. He had his buddy Jeffries on the side. Hancock just mugged him. Shannon Swillis, by the way, adding to his career high, now 14 rebounds. Fresno State is a team with 41. That's just the second free throw missed by the Bulldogs. They're 14 of 16 from the line. And I believe only the third free throw missed by Demetrius Porter in WAC play. An 11-point Fresno State lead now with 4 minutes to play. Bulldogs are in. They're supposed to be in zone. Shannon Swillis. They just got him back there. He was playing man. They got him back in the zone. About time for the Mustangs to fire up a shot and crash the boards. That's what they did last year. There's the screen right there. Ross for Ross. Right, but the Bulldogs run it down. Maddox. Porter for three. Can't get it, but the rebound to Eli. And this is what the Bulldogs need. Should take some time off the clock. Porter. Off the glass and in. Demetrius Porter has now scored 5 straight. For a little guy, Demetrius Porter gets an awful lot done off the dribble. Very courageous guy. Shortest guy on the floor. 70-57. Fresno State up by 13. SMU 0 of 12 on 3-point shots in the second half. And more importantly, not getting the second ones. Under 3 minutes to play. Sasser dishes to Davis. Foul. Was it before the shot, or will he go to the line to shoot two? The whistle was before the shot. I'm not sure how they're going to call it. I don't think it. Well, it does, because the Bulldogs only have 7. Now, they're giving him 2, but the whistle was definitely while the ball was on the floor. The Bulldogs trailed this game 53-50. And since then have gone on a 20-4 run. And that hurts SMU. Got to make the free throws to try to come back from a 13-point deficit here with 2:47 to play. Yeah, that's why it's even more important that it was a 1-and-1 rather than a 2-shot foul. Davis only shooting 59% in the conference from the free throw line. Makes the second one. See if SMU go to their half-court trap. Looks like it. Here's the 1-3-1, except they extend it. They'll trap. Bulldogs get in their press offense, the trap offense. They like to bring Eli to the middle. He can see over everybody. Ball is knocked out of bounds by Hancock. 2:31 to play. We're going to take a timeout. Final 2.5 minutes still to count. The Bulldogs lead by 12. We'll be right back.
Watches.
transportation advances again. The re-engineered, redesigned Chrysler Town & Country. The best minivan ever.
Now get a $1,000 cash allowance on Town & Country at your Northern California Chrysler dealer.
Here's my top 10 at Fresno Bulldog Brewing Company.
Bulldog's 25 booths. Bulldog's all-weather patio. Bulldog welcomes large parties. Bulldog's homemade ice cream. Bulldog's handcrafted root beer. Fresno's best fish and chips. Bulldog's Angus steaks. Bulldog's great atmosphere. Bulldog's great service. And number one, Bulldog's great food. Prepared fresh. No microwaves. Bulldog Brewing Company at the Fig Garden. Unleash the taste.
Some financial institutions are too big and some are too small.
At State Center Credit Union, everything is just right. State Center Credit Union offers all you're looking for in a bank and credit union, like free checking, unlimited ATM, and unique savings and loan programs. If you're tired of paying for everything at your bank, or you think there's no better alternative, come over to State Center Credit Union. Not too big, not too small, we're just right for you.
Wednesday nights during the KMPH 10 o'clock news, I'll go in the huddle with Jerry Tarkanian, who talks in-depth and inside Bulldog basketball in the Selma Auto Mall Coach's Corner, exclusively on KMPH Fox 26, brought to you in part by California Business Machines. Fans here trying to cheer on the Mustangs, who are staring at their first defeat on the home floor this season. 10-0 coming in at Moody Coliseum.
They weren't sure. They wondered if the last pass by Hancock was tipped or kicked. If it were kicked, the Bulldogs would have got a reset with another 15 seconds. And right now, the clock is definitely in Fresno State's favor. SMU not trapping, going back. Looks like I guess man-to-man, sloughing man.
Adams swabs it up for Jeffries. Wow.
With 3 on the shot clock, too. Bulldogs, I'm sure, will stay zoned. Eli doesn't know it. Now he does.
Bulldogs with their biggest lead, up by 14. Under 2 minutes to play. Intercepted by Eli.
That one right there, they tried to bounce pass into Kellen. He just turned his back.
Wisely, Eli thought about throwing it down court, but he held it up. Trying to take some more minutes off the clock, but then Maddox turns it over, and the Bulldogs get it right back. Porter, another lob to Jeffries. Knocked out of bounds by Kelly as he scuffled over to the Fresno State bench.
And Jerry Tarkanian is saying, bring it out, run the clock.
Fans be part of what promises to be another exciting year on the Diamonds for the Dogs. Baseball and softball season tickets are on sale at 278 Dogs or GoBulldogs.com.
SMU's going to have to start thinking about fouling. So a minute and a half to go. Bulldogs up 14.
It's in the refrigerator.
And I think it is, Chick. I don't quite get this.
Jeffries. Long on the 3.
With 12 seconds on the shot clock, I'm not sure that's what they wanted. We'll like it if it went in.
As the sign says, hey, you first saw them on the X-Files. Now they're branching out on their own. They investigate murder, mayhem, espionage, and mysterious circumstances. The series premiere of The Lone Gunman, Sunday, March 4th at 9, only on KMPH, Fox 26. Terrific run here by Fresno State in the second half. Bulldogs got off to a slow start in the half and fell behind by 8, but since then it's been all Bulldogs.
And they've done it defensively. We talked at the beginning of the show saying how it was not going to be a 62-60 game. Right now, SMU stuck on 60.
This broadcast is authorized under telecasting rights granted by the Fresno State Athletic Corporation as intended solely for non-commercial use. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of the descriptions, accounts, pictures, or sounds of the broadcast without the express written consent of the Fresno State Athletic Corporation is prohibited. 1 minute to play. And now it's a parade to the free throw line as Ron Kelly fouls Tito Maddox.
Bulldogs here did an outstanding job, Ralph, at both ends of the floor. At halftime, they were only down 4, and I know assistant coach John Welch mentioned to the team at the half, we played absolutely miserably on offense, and we're only down 4. If we do a better job, then we're going to be able to win this thing. Jerry Tarkanian said, let's get into the high-low, let's see if we can get the ball inside. And really what happened was the Fresno State offense executed better than the SMU defense. In the first half, it was the other way around. But at the defense end, the Bulldogs have been absolutely terrific, especially rebounding the misses.
Sasser with the rebound. Sasser has 19 along with 16 rebounds. Another foul with 48 seconds to play. Join KMPH Fox 26 Saturday, March 3rd as the Dogs close out the regular season with a tough matchup against the Tulsa Golden Hurricane. Conference tournament seedings beyond the line. Tulsa has something to prove to the Bulldogs. Catch all the action right here on the television home of the Bulldogs, KMPH Fox 26. I have not seen a final score of the Tulsa-Rice game.
No, and that game could be for first place.
At halftime, Rice was leading by 7.
Good game could be for first place. Tulsa has 4 losses. Fresno State 3, so if they each win out, you're coming down to a tie for the championship. Bulldogs would like to win it outright.
45 seconds to play. Ross with a rebound.
Too late.
Porter is fouled in the backcourt with 38.6 seconds left.
Ralph, I think an assist has to be given to David Chance, the equipment manager, who called me and said, I know Coach Tarkanian's a superstitious guy. 2 losses on the road in the red uniforms. What do you think about breaking out the blues? And one, the sponsor, team that the company that sponsors the Dogs with their apparel and shoes, in the contract gave 3 sets of uniforms. A red and a white. They decide on a 3rd color. They were considering black, but that was vetoed, even though that's in vogue now. Went with the blues. He went in and saw Coach Tarkanian Sunday during the halftime of the women's game. Coach said, let's break them out. I don't know if the uniforms did it, but they didn't hurt.
Porter with 19 points and leading the team in assists with 6. SMU will suffer its first defeat on the home floor and its 3rd straight loss overall. Bulldogs could have a 2-game lead again after tonight's action with the last 3 games at home. Fresno State could actually wrap this thing up before you got to the Tulsa game. If Golden Hurricane are upset by Rice tonight, Fresno State will just run out the clock.
And then what you're looking at right there is obviously seeding for the NCAA tournament.
A big win for Fresno State on the road. After 2 tough ones in the state of Texas, Fresno State returns down to the Dallas-Fort Worth area and gets the 3rd. Had to have one of the 3 at very least. And Jerry Tarkanian's relieved that the losing streak is over. The Fresno State improves to 21-5 overall, goes to 10-3 and in first place in the conference. Final score 77-64. The Bulldogs win by 13. We'll be back with Jerry Tarkanian and our player of the game after this.
The sophistication of Coach. The luxury of Lexus. The limited Lexus ES 300 Coach Edition. Some things were just meant to be together. Save $2,000 while they last at Fresno Lexus.
What's in the bag? Savings, and I mean big savings at Gottschalk's Backyard Bargain Sale. Save an additional 20% on regular and sale price fashions for the entire family. You heard right, an extra 20%. And there's an extra 10% savings on great items for your home. Where are you going to find quality merchandise at an unbelievable price? It's in the bag. That's right, it's in the bag. The savings are in the bag at Gottschalk's Backyard Bargain Sale.
Interesting. Coca-Cola or Pepsi-Cola? A paradox. While molecularly similar, they logically seem to offer two possibilities. Of course, you must invariably arrive at one and only one correct choice.
Duh.